This is the worst parking lot design ever. I'm backing up into oncoming traffic. This is not good. And Bertha doesn't like hills at all. 0 hills for this car. You guys haven't seen Bertha in a very, very long time. You also haven't seen Brando for a little while either, have they?
No, it's been a while.
Today, I got my first ever box of, well, first ever part I've ever ordered for the GTR. I know it's in this box, but you guys, everybody likes a little unboxing, right? Just a little one. Oh, also, the reason we're doing this in the car is because we're waiting for our food from the one and only Epic Wings, ladies and gentlemen, Wings and Things, and we have to wait like 15 minutes for our food, so why not? I probably should have been a little bit more careful. This stuff was expensive. All right, so inside of this box, we have all kinds of stuff that doesn't look like it's that important, but it's super important. First little bag we have right here is our first little set of seals and like little gaskets and things like that. There's all kinds of stuff in this kit that I had to buy. And right here we have some of the intake gaskets and things like that. A couple of the rubber gaskets that I'm assuming go behind the front cover of the car. This looks like a crankshaft seal. These look like scooter spacers, do they not? And of course, the 2 head gaskets. This was it. I can't remember if it was driver's side or passenger side that actually went out, but I think it was one of these. It was one of these that went out. So we have all this stuff. We also have to go pick up the water pump from Nissan, as well as ask for a rear main seal. But I don't know if that's in this or not. But let's go get our food really quick. This is the worst parking lot design ever. The worst, by far. Now I gotta back up, make sure I don't hit the freaking curb. I'm backing up into oncoming traffic. This is not good. And Bertha doesn't like hills at all. 0 hills for this car. Where the hell can I park? That's me, that's my spot right there. And you got this guy parked in literally the middle of the entire road. I ain't gonna lie though, that is a cool truck. I wouldn't call this a bad thing, but listen to my shoes every time I walk. Doesn't matter if I'm in the street, on this stuff, listen. It's kind of funny though. I need a mask, damn it. Maybe I don't. Hey, that's our girl right there. Hey man, how you doing? I'm actually just here to pick up a water pump for Raymond Warner.
Oh yeah. You look every paid. If you just signed this for me though. Cool, man.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks,
Appreciate your help.
No problem. Have a good one.
We have acquired the new water pump. This thing is going to be going in the car probably in the next couple of days. I don't know if it's going to go in today because I think JR is dealing with some other cars, if I'm not mistaken. But let's cruise over to the shop right now and find out. Got the water pump. So that's your pump. Hey, Poppy. I saw this on Instagram. I think you posted on Insta. Yes, there she is. She's looking pretty, man. You just did all this today? Yeah. Yeah? JR has got everything set up on this car. He's just about finishing up with the Civic. He said he should be done by the end of this week or something like that, right? He's waiting for a few more parts. Yep. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm proud of myself because I'm not afraid to go into the car now. Because it hasn't squished any of you guys, so I'm assuming it's not gonna squish me. So we have new tires for the whip as well. They're right here, ready to be put on the whip. And I forgot the other box. We're not hanging out for too long today because, like I said earlier, we're not actually doing anything to the GTR, but as always, nice to see the boys. But I gotta cruise over to the house because I wanna start laying out the park and just some pre-ideas. So as many of you may know, I just recently bought this house, and one of the main plans that I have for the house is to make a backyard skate park. So I figured why not sit down and actually get like a couple of rough ideas, just kind of lay a couple things out that would be in the backyard. I was gonna go and get some aerial shots of the backyard with my drone, but I went to do that, my drone was completely dead, no juice. So I'm just gonna grab some photos that my realtor sent me when I was actually buying the house, and we'll plan it out that way. So unfortunately, these photos aren't very sharp, but whatever, they'll do. So this is like the starting point. It's kind of like the back corner of my backyard, and what I was thinking is having a drop in. So I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. So see it up here in the sky. I was thinking of having a drop in right here where we are, and then as we go this way, have like a roller, a spine, a box, or something like that, like a little triple sort of thing. And then maybe at the end having a hip. So let's kind of set that up really quick. Okay, so I've got somewhat of a layout. Now, to you, this looks like really messy. Well, it kind of is, because I tried to get like a couple of actual photos of ramps and lay them out, but obviously they weren't angled right and just didn't look good. But this is kind of like what my idea is now, right now. So let me actually explain this so you guys can see the actual idea a little bit better. So all of the red outlines, that's basically where there's no skate park gonna be. So along the fence line, obviously I can't build into the neighbor's yard. I'm not gonna build underneath my patio cover. I'm not building anywhere really necessarily near the pool. But I am gonna try to do a couple things near the fire pit. I just don't know what yet. Now, all of the blue, that's all ramps that I've inserted in here for now. So again, this is a very much of a rough idea. But this is kind of something that I would like to have. This could change completely. I have no idea. I might not go with anything that's in this photo, but whatever. So starting over here in this corner, which this corner, you would be standing right here in this area, so looking this way. So what I'm explaining right now is going in this direction to the right side of the pool. So we're kind of right over here. So we're starting over here. We would have a quarter pipe, and then we drop in and hit this little, this is what a little roller is right here. After the roller, we would hit this box jump and maybe another roller that goes along the side of the pool, and then a spine and over into a 90-degree hip. So this 90-degree hip is a quarter pipe hip, just so we all are clear on that. I would like to leave some of this area over here somewhat flat, at least a little bit, just so we could have some movable ledges and maybe some rails and stuff like that we can move around. This right here is one long quarter, so this would probably be around 4 or 5 feet tall. Just something that's really elongated. You could kind of hit this, do a lot of grinds, and then get back over to the hip or something like that. I gotta find out what to put right here. I might put another quarter on this side, depending on how big I make this hip. But if we were to put a quarter on this side, I'd like to have a kicker that actually goes into the pool. So this little move right here is just a little kicker. And we have a bowl corner right here. I don't know if this is gonna be too tight to actually have a bowl corner, but we'll see. But that's kind of like this section of the backyard right here. Now over on this side, if you were to start here and then go to the left side of the fire pit, that's what I'm thinking of, having another roller to start so you can build up speed, and then a box jump. But this box jump would actually open up so that it would cover all of the pool stuff, which is right here. I kind of drew over it, but this is all pool equipment, and I would like for this to be covered anyway so it protects it a little bit better. But that whole top of this box would essentially open up so that whoever's taking care of the pool can get in there and do what they need to do. But the landing on the other side would be totally normal, but that just the top of it would open up. After you hit that box, you'd have enough speed because of the roller as well as the box to hit what eventually would be another, like a good size quarter slash kicker that would hit you on top of the patio cover. Now, before we move forward, this patio cover that I have right now is not nearly strong enough to withstand the weight of a 150 to 200 pound person jumping on top of it and riding across. It probably wouldn't be able to hold like a 100-pound person, because this is all what's called, I believe it's Aluma wood. I know it's essentially a thin aluminum structure, and this would all have to be torn down and rebuilt with actual wood. We would have a railing here and rails that actually open up like gates and things like that. But once you were to jump up on top of this patio cover, you could actually jump off of that into this big bank section right here. Once you hit that big bank, you can either go into this hip or you'd go into whatever we put on this side of the park. Again, I don't know what that is just yet, but as of right now, this is kind of my rough idea. This is kind of the vision that I have for a triangle-sized lot. This lot is just about as big as my local skate park, which is Cal Oaks. So we've got a lot of room to work with, especially just for myself, but it's gonna be a really, really cool thing to have. Obviously, I'll be able to do all kinds of videos. So right here, this section right here, this is my bedroom. So I would like to kind of bust out this wall and put a patio, like where you could actually walk out, so this would all be a patio. Maybe we could extend it and jump into the pool and things like that, but it would be cool to actually have a patio door to where I could just walk out and then jump off of the patio cover into this bank and just go from there. But as of right now, like I said, this is the idea that I'm having. This is the vision. It might not be a final vision. It actually probably isn't a final vision, but it's at least something that I could show you guys so you understand what to be prepared for. I don't know how long the skate park is gonna actually take to make. I would like to get some sponsors for the skate park so they would have their logos all over the park, and maybe they could donate to getting this entire thing completed and being a part of the vlog so we can continue to spread positivity and good messages to you guys. This is obviously gonna be a pretty expensive thing. Building an entire skate park is not anything that's cheap. I can't do all this on my own. I'm gonna need like a team of people to actually come in and do this because I would like for the skate park to be built properly, to actually ride well. I don't want to feel all kinds of bumps all over the place. I don't want that. And I want it to be raised so that it doesn't flood or anything like that. And I'd like for it to be level. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a huge project, but it's something to have in the future. And it's something that I can utilize every day to continue what I do, make sure I get the right amount of practice. And it would be nice to kind of ride completely by myself, not being bothered. Not that I don't like talking to you guys and things like that, but I like being by myself as well. But that's gonna do it for the actual skate park portion of this video. But before I actually leave you guys, I wanna give you guys a quick positive message. Everybody in this world is different. Everybody has different strengths. Everybody has different weaknesses. But one thing that I have learned throughout the course of my life is to really embrace some of those differences that you have from other people. Maybe some of the differences that you have are that you're shorter than others, or maybe you have a speech impediment, or maybe you don't have perfect teeth like me. Just remember that everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses, and everybody has something about themselves that they don't like, but that doesn't mean that you have to hate yourself for it. Just embrace it. Just learn to deal with it and learn to make it your own. One of the things that I used to not like about myself that a lot of other people actually have is the fact that I like to be by myself a lot. And when I say I like to be by myself, I mean like completely, like nobody around, nobody in the house, that kind of by myself. But I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to work with it. I've learned that when I am by myself, I can get a lot of things done. And it's kind of turned me into a bit of a workaholic. But that's one blessing that's kind of come from being by myself is I've been able to work a lot when it comes to my YouTube channel. I've learned that I can work a lot when it comes to my merchandise stuff. Just learn to work with your differences. Find out what the positive things are that could come out from that and really grasp that. Really don't let go and run with it. That's today's positive message. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm out of here.